Oh, there's the rest of our trinkets and stuff. So, hey, Ecoj, let's get it on with the hard point. Gold mixed finals. Avoid tossing a hello there, trying to get some kind of attention, and he's making his way through church. Level up at the point right now, holding things down. As he takes the first blood, now Avoid swinging around, not liking what he sees. Does Level see him? No, but Level does make a connection right there. In fact, looks like he did end up getting a two-piece on that one, but Iceberg is just being just that cold as ice before he gets taken out himself. We got a 13-3 score right now in favor of the Atlanta Dazed with 20 seconds left on this point. Biscuit is holding it down right now, trying to get caught up, and they do get caught up. He's getting ready to hit that little zigzag. It looks like Boston's just going to go ahead and get the rest of the scrap time and jump up ahead, make that score about 25-13. And here we go. It's time for point two, Ekash.
Yeah, and, kind of a tough situation there for Atlanta Dazed. They don't get a lot of time there on that P1, where if you start on that side of the P1, you're going to need to get a lot of time there. They don't end up doing so, and now they're going to find themselves fighting an uphill battle here through that middle side of the map. They do get some kills. They find their way onto the point, but Boston Burger's definitely in a place where they can fight this hill. They're still spawning at that back tank here. Player 7 does spawn out toward the mid, but, kind of the same outcome here. The kills are going back and forth. Atlanta doing a great job of kind of keeping their head above the water here on this hard point, but Boston Burgers, they're definitely closer to the point right now than the rest of the Atlanta Dazed.
Yes, they are. And in fact, even looking at the mini map, you got all of Atlanta. They are basically clear on the other side, still on that P1 side, and you got Hazzy making his way over there to clean that up. But now you got Iceberg on the point, holding it down right now. He's on a 5 streak with about 13 seconds of hill time. Here we go. There's 6, so that means he's one more from having a little extra toy in his back pocket. Now we're watching Hazzy on that P3 while Iceberg gets that kaboom in his back pocket, so we know that's going to be coming to work here in a little while. Dapper now covering from looks like around that zig heading towards P1. Now Poncho comes in, cleans up P3, gets taken out himself. Now we got Level coming in to clean up the point. Atlanta with a 42-58 deficit right now, but Boston is holding down this point like nobody's business. Poncho back on there, cleaning the sides out. Need to watch the other side. Watch that third side as he gets taken down himself. Now Dapper working his way around through the P5 area, and then Iceberg, he's going to come up through the church, get ready for this P4. And here we go. Let's go to church there, Jake.
Yeah, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of the Boston Burgers here. At times, we've caught Atlanta Dazed. If you look at the mini map, they're kind of segmented among the map. They all have different objectives. They all try to do different things. But for now, when Boston Burgers are on hardpoint, they're doing a great job of reinforcing each other, using their teammates to their own advantage, and finding those kills when they need them. But for now, Boston Burgers do have control. Only one player alive now for the Atlanta Dazed, and the rest will be spawning up at that deep tree area. Boston found themselves, a 30-plus point lead here through this first rotation of hills. Atlanta Dazed want to fight their way back into this one. You got to use that glide bomb to your advantage. You have to use it offensively, and you need to convert that into some solid hill time right now because, 15 seconds on the clock, Boston Burger is going to go up a good amount of points here, but Atlanta Dazed, no doubt in my mind, they are not out of this yet.
Amount of it, go ahead and get ready to go into this P5. You've got Level in there pre-cleaning everything, make sure it's all nice and neat, as Atlanta is going to set up their tent pegs there on this P5. Tossing a hello there, see if it connects with anybody. 50 seconds left with 119-69. Nice. In favor of the Boston Burgers. Now Boston comes in, cleans up, and Level tried to do something, but he got canked out. Biscuit now making sure the downstairs is clear, but he gets tapped out by 2 Dapper. Dapper coming up the stairs, sees that little hole, takes down George. And Poncho cleaning up from the top. He gets 1. Avoid takes a few shots and connects. Now here we go. Boston holding down that P5. They're going after that scrap time. and it's going in their favor most definitely. We're looking at about 150 to 70 as we get ready to go back into the second set of rotations there, Jake.
Yeah, and the good upside here for Atlanta Days is they are set up for this P1 for sure. And this P1 at the second rotation, it's a money hill for sure. We've been saying that for months. So if they can find a couple kills here on the first break, they can definitely convert it into some good hill time here. But for now, it's looking tough off the break. You got a 3v2 situation here on the hard point. Poncho goes down, so does Dapper. Iceberg is able to clean up too. So that is somewhat of a silver lining, but at the same time, I'm sure you would love to have control of that hard point right now, especially when you're down so many points.
I mean, yeah, you're down, let's see, 15 minus 8, 70 points. You need to get some kind of hill control quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They do get back on the hill, though. They're picking up that scrap time, and they actually do have a solid trajectory toward this rotation here, but the Boston Burgers very quick to pressure that P5 side of the map. Poncho is able to clear that up a little bit by taking down Biscuit, but player Aiden Hazy is still here. He finds 2 as well. 3 kills go the way of Boston Burgers, and that Exo Hazy 2-piece could mean a lot for the future of this game, because now Atlanta Days aren't able to get that rotation, and Boston Burgers are able to grow their lead larger than it was before.
Most definitely. Now we're watching Dapper up on Plaque, trying to get things cleaned off on this this fresh P2, 167, 109 in favor of the Boston Burgers, while Biscuit holds on to that point, you know, making sure that there's no gravy running around that shouldn't be. Oh, toss a little hello there, and it doesn't connect. He gets taken down by Level. Now watching both sides of the pillars, tossing a hello there, seeing if he gets any answer. Watch the church. Watch the back. Watch the church. And he gets taken down himself. Now here we go. 176, 121. As he gets taken down, Avoid is guarding the rest of it. Guarding this point, takes out one walking down the ramp. Here we go. Getting the rest of this time on this P2. And here we go. Looks like Atlanta, if you're looking down at the mini map, is set up for that P3. So here we go to the fountain.
Yeah, but they're neglecting that rooftop side of the map, and Biscuit has made his way over there, making a huge vet play right now, waiting for his teammates to push that hill so he can set up a pinch right now. Biscuit making the move toward that backline area. He's able to pick up 2 Dapper. Only 1 player left on the hill. That's Lavelle. And now Poncho's left all alone at that top fire side of the map. Biscuit's ready for the gunfight as well, and he takes him down. Goes on a 4 streak while he's at it. An absolutely enormous play out of Biscuit. I mean, in my opinion, if Biscuit doesn't go that direction, I don't think they're able to get that break in, but he does. They find it, and that's why this team is up 70 points right now. One thing to remember, Iceberg still with the glide bomb in the back pocket. They've been consistently picking up this scrap time, but the problem for them is the time is running out for them to use that glide bomb. P4, not a hill you can really use a glide bomb on. Same thing with P5. You might have to wait till that P1 pops again, so you're going to have to focus on that rotation using your gun skill and your gun skill alone. You got to learn from how these players are breaking and try to convert this P4 into some solid time. They're not completely out of it yet. They're a full 60 away from bringing this to a close P5, but from what we've seen from Boston, and we're seeing it right now, their breakability potential is just so high.
They are breaking these points left and right, which is thorn in Atlanta's side right now, but we're looking at Dapper and Level on the point as George comes up to the top there, the top of Church, and he gets caught by Dapper. In fact, Dapper is making sure to collect the offering at the door. Poncho coming around the other side to do some cleanup, but he gets taken down. 220, 158. Boston has about 25 seconds left to really cap off this first map, and it looks like they're going to be able to do it. We got 230, 158 in favor of Boston. Dapper coming up. He's up top. Now Level making his way. He's holding that P5. Toss a little hello there. And it looks like it is time for that P5. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, and I want to point out for the Burgers, only 10 seconds left to go. And Atlanta Days, they need to make a play now. You got 2 players pushing toward this hill right now. Lavelle gets taken down at the bottom. Iceberg left out to dry here. Avoid X with a big 2-piece. 35 and 23. Mans has been frying the entire map. And only 6 seconds left to go before they take this map 1 victory on the Grand Old Tuscan. Make that 250 to 160.
Wow.
Boston Burgers take that one home. And it was just fantastic from start to finish for them. Atlanta Dazed had a couple of solid rotations, but each and every time Boston Burgers was able to find that little crack in the Atlanta Dazed defense, and they
Three
were
with
able to.
two with one. Let's get it on. Atlanta on the defense as we're Biscuit, the bomb carrier, level making his way through, going to that A bomb site to start to set up and hopefully let that MP40 do the talking while Avoid sneaks his way around, gets a little tap,
Oh,
and
no.
Avoid, no, draws a beautiful first blood on the level. And here we go. Biscuit making a play at A. We're down to 43 seconds left in this round, Jake.
And, that may look bad from Lavelle's perspective, but, that's exactly why it's dangerous playing that outer corner like that. You get a lot of awkward engagements there if you're playing in that corner, and we see the what happened to him right there. So that's kind of what happened on that outer side. Atlanta Dazed 2v3 situation with only 24 seconds on the clock. I mean, Boston Burgers did such a great job of moving fast, finding that blood, and getting the bomb down. Now, Atlanta Dazed, they've been working on Hazy in the back for so long now, they don't even have time to win this round. Only 12 seconds left to go. Iceberg in a 1v2. We're going to have to go up 1-0 here with the Boston Burgers. This one is a little bit over this round, but, that could have gone a lot of different ways there. If Lavelle picks up a first blood on that outer side of the map, I could see a world easily where Atlanta Dazed win that round, but Boston Burgers convert in this first round here.
Yeah, and there we go. Boston 1-0. And it ended up being Biscuit versus Iceberg. And neither one of them really connected, but there was no time because that bomb went off. And now here we go. Let's get ready for this second round.
Let's get ready for it, Coffee. Atlanta Dazed back on this offensive end. And I like the aggressive A push out of Boston Burgers in that round one. This second round, it looks like Atlanta Dazed going to be for that more normal B push. A lot of bodies over here for Atlanta. They're pushing into this B bomb site. And who's that right in front of him? That's going to be Biscuit holding down, but he's unable to really chow. He doesn't get in there, and now Dapper holding him over on that right side. Poncho picking up a big kill onto Biscuit as well, takes him down, and now the Boston Burgers working from away to try to fight that B bomb site. They can definitely win this round here, but it's going to take a lot of fights here. A lot of gunfights need to be won for them to take this one home.
Yeah, like almost all of them, because there we go. Hazy comes up, does a little cleaning. In fact, Hazy is all that's left on the Boston side. 1v2 right now. Iceberg connects with Hazy, and Atlanta actually takes this round, tying it up. Now we got a search and destroy game.
Yeah, and that's kind of the problem there. Biscuit plays that deep docks area, and that's not a bad spot at all, but the one downside to it is you obviously cannot stop that B bomb plant whatsoever. They get that bomb down for free, and then Boston Burgers are fighting down, no doubt about it, from that point on. They're forced to make plays, and they're fighting for Atlanta Dazed members who are all ironed up, waiting for these Boston Burger players to chow. So, the downside of playing that deep docks area, and we see it right there now. Boston Burger is going to be pushing toward this B site, and Iceberg trying to get some good nade damage into Biscuit there, which he does quite well, and he's opting to play that deep docks area yet again. So if Boston Burgers are able to get in here, they can get this bomb down for free.
George draws the first blood on the Dapper as we're watching Iceberg watching the backside of that building, see if anybody. But the bomb is planted there at B as Biscuit knocks that door. Level is all that's left on the Atlanta side. 1v4. I mean, right now Level has got his hands full, and he gets a nice little takedown. He takes down George. And it's a 1v3 now. 23 seconds left on the clock. Going around, but he gets taken down himself. Brings it up 2-1 in favor of Boston.
Yeah, and Lavelle had a fantastic play there toward that deep warehouse area. He got full through that backside and made it to the warehouse. The one thing Atlanta Dazed could have done better there is they didn't wait for him. They did not, just take their time. Lavelle can be the first contact there in that situation just because he turns all those players around. He creates a huge danger there once they know that he's behind them. But if he's not given time to make a play, that whole fright scenario becomes null, and that's exactly what we saw there. Lavelle finds himself last alive, and Boston Burgers convert the round. Biscuit going to be playing in this A bomb site this time around. Sees Lavelle. Is he able to get the kill, though? No. Good slides out of Lavelle, and now the bomb goes down for free. So Biscuit tries to make the adjustment, but it still does not work in his favor there on the B bomb site. We've seen that bomb site be so difficult to defend for the whole game now, and that's exactly why.
Yeah, and Hazzy is all that's left right now. 1v3. Is he going to be able to take care of anything? Because he's all the way clear across town, but he gets taken out himself. And Atlanta ties this up 2-2. And in fact, I was even watching it this last round. Every Lottie Dottie and everybody is just converging on that B site. I mean, that you do. They did have one person. Boston had one person staying back on A just to keep things, just in case, because you never know. But as soon as he saw that bomb was planted, he started his way towards B. And now here we go with Biscuit, the bomb carrier. Has he making his way around? And he's going to be the flush out at B, while it looks like everybody else, if you're watching down at your mini map, everybody else is going over to A. You got Biscuit, you got Dapper watching that those windows right there. Oh, Dapper draws the first blood, but he gets traded out. Now it's 2-on-3, and the bomb is down. Hazzy is all that's left. The bomb is down just outside the A point, but Days end up taking out all the burgers, and now they're ahead 3-2.
Big solo play out of Poncho. He picks up 3 players there in stride. It's like he was just, playing to his comfort. Is he just running around the map, picking up kills, and you love what you see there out of Poncho if you're one of his teammates. He's getting fired up here. He's on a 5 streak, and he's kind of generated Atlanta Dazed a lead here. Poncho 8-2, Iceberg 4-1. Those 2 players obviously combined 12-3. When you got that fighting up against you, if you're on the Boston Burgers, you're gonna have to shut one of those guys down for sure.
Definitely. Hazzy getting a bead towards level. I don't think he saw or connected with him. Biscuit now down there at B. Keep it covered. Dapper draws the first blood onto Hazzy, while Level puts that bomb down. Boom, there it is. Knock the door and window, so you have a clear line of shot. Poncho, he takes a few shots, does not connect. Oh, he does connect with the Void. He's on a 6th streak right now. Biscuit swinging around, heading towards that B site to try to get some kind of coverage to do some kind of damage, because it is a 1v4. Biscuit's all that's left. Him and his MP40. Can he make it talk and get the defuse? No, he can't. Atlanta is now ahead 4-2.
Yeah, and they've just been attacking that B bomb site every round here on the offensive side. You got Poncho on a 6th streak. He's unable to pick up that last kill to pick up the glide bomb. But now you're in a very comfortable situation here. If you're Poncho, you can just play that defensive style AR and try to just find a pick here in this defensive round to get that glide bomb. If you can go up 5-2 and then use that glide bomb to close it out, that's a very comfortable spot to be in if you're Atlanta Dazed. Poncho 9-2 now, trying to convert on this defensive side. Boston Burgers attacking that B zone yet again. Let's see if they can convert.
Now George covering them boxes down there as Biscuit makes his way into B. Oh, Biscuit drawing the first blood onto Level, getting that bomb planted down. So now 4v3. The bomb is planted at B. George is given nice coverage. Now Dapper sneaking his way around. Is he going to catch anything green? Oh, somebody was saying hello to him, and then he gets taken down himself. Iceberg just being all cool, calm, and collected, just like an iceberg. Does he see him? No, he didn't see him prone there on the other side, but it doesn't matter. Poncho is all that's left. Come on, Poncho. Oh, no. Boston takes the round. Wipe it out, Atlanta. Now
very, very tough situation there for the Atlanta Dazed. They get flawlessed by the Boston Burgers, and Poncho's unable to pick up those kill streaks. So now you're in a tough spot. You're only up 4-3, and you're on that offensive side yet again. You got to expect them to fight that B bomb site, but at some point the Boston Burgers are going to adjust accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta Dazed just on the whim, just for the heck of it, goes over to the A side. But if you're looking down at your mini map, you see everybody and their brothers heading over to that B side. In fact, you got Biscuit right there. Lovell draws the first blood onto now. Yeah, Hazzy jumping through the window and he gets knocked down. Avoid is the only one that's left. 4v1. Lovell makes a Lovell in mid plant. The bomb's down at A. Avoid coming up, but it doesn't matter. Atlanta takes the round and goes up 5-3.
Big round out of Atlanta Dazed. Another very comfortable offensive win there for them. That B bomb site is their friend, and it's been their buddy ever since this game has started. We've been saying it all game, and if they get another offense, you got to expect them to go to that B bomb site. But I agree with you there, Coffee. At some point, they might just want to throw in an A there on a whim just to shake things up a little bit. The Burgers have caught on. They're going to that A bomb site or that B bomb site. So now maybe you would throw an A bomb site there on the next offense. But now Boston Burgers trying to get that B bomb site for themselves. And, you got 2 ARs from Atlanta Dazed over here. They have an open B bomb site if they can get through those doors.
Yes, they can. Now, Dapper keeping it on. Now, Iceberg coming up around the ramp, and Dapper draws the first blood, but he gets traded out himself. Biscuit is on the site right now. And is he going for the plant? No, because Biscuit's taken down also Poncho. A little mad now, but even though he's at 10-3 level, making his way around, he gets taken down by Hazzy. Now it is Avoid against Poncho and Dapper. 1v2, doesn't matter. Atlanta takes it, and Atlanta takes the map 6-3.
Yeah, and Atlanta Dazed looked fantastic there in that search and destroy. Completely different team than what we saw there in that hard point. Maybe Berlin works well for them. They're going to go on a control map. So I think we're going to get that answer here on the first round. We're going to have Boston Burgers on that defensive side. Let's see what Atlanta Dazed can do to maybe sneak an offensive round here in the round 1.
Yep, now we're watching Poncho covering the stairwell as Lovell comes downstairs, but Hazzy draws the first blood on him. Now Hazzy watching around towards that P4 area, but on a 3 spree of his own. Now Biscuit, without the gravy, coming around, hits the tank, doesn't see anything red right now, but Dabber coming around and taking out Avoid as Avoid gets a trade of his own. Then Atlanta right now, Lovell on that B side, on that B point. Avoid trying to get him off there, but it ain't working nowhere very well. There's half a tick of progression at B for Atlanta, and we got a 22 or a 4 life advantage right now for Boston. Make that a 6 life. My mistake is Poncho is on that B site. There's 1 tick at B. Oh, somebody comes thick sculling through the wall and gets taken down. Now we still have a tick and a half at B for Atlanta. Avoid comes in, tries to clean up, doesn't do anything. Tick and a half at B still. And are we going to get another tick? Yes, we are. Atlanta now has 2 ticks at B. It looks like they're going to try to clean this B side out first, which would be the easier one. And because they got 2 folks on the point right now, B is secured by the Atlanta Dazed, and we have another minute to play with, Jake.
Yeah, Boston Burgers don't want to throw too many lives there at the B point, and I respect the choice. Now, though, Atlanta Dazed opt to push through that street side of the map and try to make their way through to fire. You got Iceberg already up in this flat side area, and he's going to catch Joral's world lacking. He stopped shooting at Biscuit, though. The trade is there, but still a relative solid amount of Boston Burgers players here to defend the site. But, you can develop a pinch here as Exo, as he takes him down. It's a tough spot to be in, but Atlanta Dazed definitely ready to create another push.
Yep, they're ready to create a push or raise some discontent. Either way, they're not going to make it easy for the Boston Burgers to defend that A site. Iceberg in the hallway. He throws some pot shots over at Hazzy while Avoid holds down that point, make sure that nobody comes in there. Now Dapper watching from downstairs. Doesn't connect with anybody while Avoid tosses a hello there. Does he connect with Dapper? No, he doesn't, but they got Dapper's attention. Avoid gets him in the back. And now Lovell coming up the stairs brings out that pistol with that 5 spree, but Avoid gets finally taken down. 15 lives for Boston, 8 lives for Atlanta, 27 seconds left. Hazzy on a 5 spree. This is getting to be exciting right now. I'm going to tell you that without a doubt. 18 seconds left.
Hazy does get taken down. He's unable to get those streaks, but on the other side for Atlanta Dazed, you know, they are able to get those 3 ticks at B, which is the bare minimum of what you want in an offensive round. The problem here now, though, is that if you aren't able to win this round, you're going to have to shut down the Boston Burgers on their side of the map. You cannot allow them to have a fantastic offense of their own. Dapper is able to pick up 2. Dapper picks up 2 before the round ends, but Boston Burgers inevitably take that one home. You know, on the defensive end, though, you know, I feel like the ARs are going to look pretty solid here, but on the other side from Boston Burgers, you got a Void X and Hazy having fantastic breakoffs here. So if they can keep that up, it's going to be real hard for Atlanta Dazed to hold back these Boston Burgers.
It is Iceberg watching that nice little cheeky spot there in the fence as Poncho draws the first blood. Now Lovell gets traded out of Void on a 5 spree right now. Dapper making his way around. Does he get him? Yes, he gets himself a biscuit while we have Atlanta holding down the A point right now, making sure nothing green comes around. And it's just pandemonium if you're looking down at your mini map. You watch it with lives are about even right now. Atlanta is defending that A site with all their worth, but you got George on that B side. We can't count that out. We got, and then does Biscuit join him? No, he doesn't. But George on that B site, not seeing Poncho, 1 ticket B for Boston. Now Iceberg coming around. Does he trying to make some clean out? Yeah, does he? No, he doesn't. He gets cleaned out himself. And Boston is also on that A side, but Poncho coming in to clean things out a little bit. We got a tick and a half at B and a half a tick at A while Atlanta goes to clean out A. We got 2 ticks at B now for Boston. Biscuit is holding it down. Iceberg up top, trying to do some kind of cleaning up after he does take care of the one player at B. Meets up with Hazy, but he gets traded. And there we go. We got Biscuit on B. George on A. Here we go. We got 2.5 ticks at B. A hello there was tossed. Dapper trying to keep that A side taken care of. The B point is secured by Boston. We have another minute to play with.
Yeah, and Atlanta Dazed do a great job there of kind of just draining the time of the Boston Burgers a little bit. You don't want to give them too much time to push out this A site because, you know, inevitably the dam will break and they'll find a solid 3 to 4 down. But for now, Boston Burgers with a little bit of time to work with, 1:30, but the problem is a Void X, 17-6, playing fantastic, and he has a glide bomb in the back pocket. Not sure if he picked that up. He picks up a 7 streak in his last life to find that glide bomb. And a Void X still staying alive at this outer area, and he can be a huge nuisance to these Atlanta Dazed if he stays alive. He's doing a great job right now, and Exo Hazy picks him up. There's 3 players stacked on the point now, work to gyms, and now Atlanta Dazed going to have to fight through this automaton of Jordan's world, and this is such a hard fight to take. 2 ticks already onto the point, and Poncho's trying to make a play, but he's unable to make it. Still 1 player on the point. That's going to be Hazy. He does get taken down, but Avoid X is here to try to stop the push from the Atlanta Dazed. Avoid X picks up another, and there goes the final tick. Boston Burgers get all 6 ticks and find the round 2 of this Berlin Control. Absolutely fantastic push out of the Boston Burgers to get the Atlanta Dazed pushed back and get those ticks as fast as possible. And I think the reason they were able to do so is because they stacked the point.
Yeah, that is the main reason, because they stacked. And now Atlanta, you got to get the brooms out, guys. Come on. Let's do this reverse sweep and make it a good game. Avoid X now making his way over to B. Covering that back corner down there as Poncho tosses a hello there. Doesn't connect. No, it doesn't. But he sneaks his way up the stairs. Shoots through the door. Doesn't connect with anybody, but Avoid drives the first blood. And Poncho knows where he is. Now a nice little gunfight between Avoid X and Poncho. Poncho just shooting rounds left, right, and center. Switches to the pistol. Doesn't connect, but he gets taken down by Poncho. Comes around. Hazy hops down. Makes a contest on that B site. Boston on the defense. George right now kicking it in, making sure that nothing red is on that B site. But guess what? Atlanta has 1 ticket B right now. They're ready for blood. They're coming out. They came to play. Poncho on the back corner. Biscuit trying to work his way around, trying to get things taken care of. We got 2 ticks at B for Atlanta. Are they just going to give this B side to Atlanta? Dapper holding it down right now. We're at 2.5 ticks. Level trying to get over there to provide a little bit of coverage, but he gets taken down himself. The B point has been secured by the Atlanta Dazed, and we have another minute to play with, Jake.
We absolutely do. 2 minutes left now for the Atlanta Dazed to find this A point. And this is kind of a must-win round, Coffee. You know, you're down 2-0. You kind of need to win this one to extend the map here. But for now, Atlanta Dazed trying to make it happen. Down 5 lives, but, you know, at any time, that A point is... If it finds itself defenseless for just a moment, Atlanta Dazed can strike onto that. But for now, they're going to have to find a good set of kills to start out this push. Lavelle is trying to sneak his way through that outer side, and he might just want to stay here and wait, as he could be a huge problem here for Boston Burgers if he just stays alive. But the problem is he's got to wait for his teammates, and there's so many burgers around him, he inevitably falls. And the push resets itself as that happens. Atlanta Dazed find themselves all back toward that spawn, and you might want to make a play here if you're Atlanta Dazed, because you don't have many options left.
Yeah, and you're also down 7 lives right now. Atlanta, come on now, let's wake up. Let's smell the coffee. Here, I'll give you some of mine, and there we go. We got Atlanta, who actually is a half of a tick right now at A. As Hazzy comes in on the contest, but he gets taken down by Iceberg. Now, 1 ticket A for Atlanta. Everybody is on the other side trying to get over into that A point. Dapper on a well, don't matter now. Atlanta takes both points, and they are back in this match.
And they stack the point. Word to Jim's Coffee. They find a 4 down. Dapper with a huge 3-piece to help out that push. And once you get that 4 down, you get 3 Atlanta Dazed players on that point. It's almost impossible to fight your way back in. So kind of a miracle round for Atlanta Dazed. They find that W, and now they have a shot to send this to a round 5. Not only do they win that round, but they even up the ticks here. Now Boston Burger is going to have to get at least 3 ticks if they want that round 5 defense. So Atlanta Dazed kind of in a good spot. They're getting outslayed by a lot. So if the ticks are tied, they're definitely going to be on that offensive end of the round 5. But let's not forget, a Void X can really shake things up here with that glide bomb.
And we're looking right, and you look down the mini map, you see that everybody and your brother is over at A, all except for that one lone Atlanta player who's now making his way to A. It'd be the perfect time for Boston to send somebody over to B just to shake things up. In fact, Boston right now has a tick and a half at B. He gets taken down. Level and Iceberg are cleaning that up. I noticed Dapper on a 3 spree of his own. And, oh, yeah, Dapper tossing rounds towards George. Doesn't connect. Poncho up on top of B. Hello. How you doing? But Biscuit meets him. We got, oh, my goodness, 1 ticket, half of a ticket B for Boston right now. So there we go. There's 2 of the 3 ticks that Boston does need. Boston now has 1 ticket B. Iceberg trying to make his way into B. Does he connect? Oh, he makes a nice little connection there. Now he's going to clean up that B side a little bit. 30 seconds left in this round. Next 28 seconds determines whether Atlanta stays in this control or we're going to be guaranteed a map 5.
We will see. It looks like the Boston Burgers will secure that round 5 defense, but the Atlanta Dazed have to make sure they don't win this round right here. They cap the A point so fast, they're unable to even react to it. Poncho is here for the assist, but now 2 Boston Burgers players still alive there on that point. Biscuit, the last one toward that outer train side. But now if you're Atlanta Dazed, you really have to focus on pinning this Boston Burgers team back into their base, because you can't let them get close to that B point. And we know how vulnerable that point can be at times because it's so close to that burger spawn.
Yes, it is. And in fact, right now, the Burgers have Hazzy on B right now, tick and a half at B. And, okay, Iceberg comes in, cleans it out, makes a contest. Then he's going to go ahead, he's going to clean up, but a Void X right there on the point.
Ooh.
Here we go. We're at 1 3/4 ticks. Ooh! So bullets fly, just slide. 2 ticks at B. Biscuit, hold it down. Let's go ahead and give it to Boston. Boston took both points, and they took the control 3-1.
Huge clutch up there from Boston, and it comes from their aggression to that A point. They find that A point, and, you know, once you get that A, you know, that will Atlanta Dazed be able to convert from that good side of Berlin Hardpoint, or will Boston Burgers be able to strike too fast and too swift for the Atlanta Dazed? Boston Burgers going to be pushing toward that P1. Atlanta Dazed, it's a 4-man push there as well. It's going to be a full-on head bash off the break here, and the first blood goes the way of Atlanta.
Yeah, Poncho drawing the first blood, but you got Poncho and Dapper both holding down that point for Atlanta. And nice little contest though by Boston, because George is on there trying to clean those two off, but he gets knocked out himself. 10-0 in favor of the Atlanta Dazed right now. Atlanta wants it; they need it to survive. Avoid X and company is going to try to prevent that from happening, but right now Atlanta's really sucking down the hill time and figure in between the contests, most of this hill time 4P1 has gone to the Atlanta Dazed, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and get the scraps as Poncho tosses a hello there, see if it connects with anybody. No, it doesn't. Tossing another one. Not reaching out and touching anybody. So here we go for P2. And if you're looking at the mini map like I am right now, you are seeing nothing but green on it. You got Biscuit laying down there, prone under the desk. Oh, but he gets gravied by Dapper. Now to that. Oh, wow. Avoid X from up top, but George cleaning out over there. Dapper. Man, they're coming quick, fast, and in a hurry. Biscuit making that MP40 talk. He's on the point right now, 40-17 in favor of the Atlanta Dazed. Hazzy gets taken down. Dapper is once again holding that point down like nobody's business. Him and Level both. We got a 50-17 deficit here. Boston is falling asleep at the stick, but Atlanta they're here to rock it. They need this game 5 to come around. So let's go ahead and let's see what this P2 brings to us, Jake.
Yeah, the P3 about to pop. The Boston Burgers find the rotation. They find the kills. And now Atlanta Dazed fighting from the backside. And just a moment ago, the Atlanta Dazed had those spawns toward that new hill. They end up giving them up. But now they're going to have to find another 4 down in their favor, which they have done a couple of times before in this game. Lavelle with a big 2-piece to open things up. That's huge. They find Biscuit in the corner, but those Boston Burgers players are going to all be spawning up at that deep dockside area. It's going to be an absolute horde of Boston Burgers players to fight through if you're going to want to hold down this hill. They might want to play for those spawns because Avoid X is here, and he's here with authority as he finds a quick 3-piece. It's going to be Lavelle. He does push through that street side area, and he does flip those spawns. So the scrap will go the way of Atlanta Dazed. And in my opinion, that's a good way of making the best of a bad situation if you're Atlanta. You don't get those spawns. You find your way to contest that point, fight in, and then you end up getting the scrap. So you get a solid lead here. Boston Burgers don't really make up a lot of progress here within this game, and now you can fight your way for that rotation to new. And Poncho, player 6, has already snuck his way on toward that backside. He picks up a kill, and the Boston Burgers now find themselves dumbfounded because they thought they had the whole map locked down.
They thought they did. Hazzy just gets taken down himself, and while Avoid X is making his way around, you have nothing but red on that point, right on that P4 right now. And looks like Biscuit takes down Lavelle, but Dapper on the point, watching left, right, and center, making sure nobody comes around that ain't supposed to. He gets a nice little shot right there onto, I missed who that one was. Avoid X gets taken down. Now, Dapper is still just holding down the point. 115-45 in favor of the Atlanta Dazed. Atlanta is just setting up their tent pegs here on this P4. And wow, this Iceberg had a very nice 3-piece right there. And man, let's see what P5 brings.
Up almost 80 points now as the Atlanta Dazed. They're looking comfortable here in the game 4. We could find our way to a map 5 here, Coffee, but the Atlanta Dazed need to keep this up for sure. Over halfway toward that 250 mark, but you can't let Boston Burgers get back into it, especially on a very contest-heavy P5 hill. Atlanta Dazed need to find their way to get these Boston Burgers players off the point to just mitigate them being able to come back into this game. You know, you don't want to give them a lot of time on that P5 because that can very easily rotate over to that P1. And, you know, when you get a team on that P1, it's very hard to find them out of it. Atlanta Dazed could potentially get the final 20 seconds here, but now Boston Burgers, they do have a solid rotation toward that P1. Atlanta Dazed at the same time, though, already putting the pressure here as they're finding kills among the board. The kills going back and forth. Iceberg finds themselves the last one here, and George trying to fight on in. Atlanta Dazed get the first tick of time here, but the Boston Burgers are going to be quick to react.
They're going to be quick, but the thing is, Atlanta is chomping at the bit right now. You've got Level and Iceberg both on the point, 164 to 68 in favor of the Dazed. That does not look like Atlanta is going to give up the point anytime soon. While Iceberg is still holding it down, Level gets but he gets connected with now Poncho on the point. Now he moves down, trying to give some coverage, comes back up the stairs. Oh, sees Biscuit in the office, throwing a hello there out the door, see if it connects with anybody. He hops down to do a little cleaning from outside. 15 seconds left on the point, and there we go. Iceberg back on the point, 191-68. Atlanta's going to more than likely get the rest of this hill time here, as Poncho is on a 5 spree right now, and everybody's getting ready for that P2 rotation, and it looks like Atlanta is holding this point down too.
Yeah, Dapper 18 and 12 right now, absolutely frying. Iceberg as well, the dynamic mixed duo doing their thing here on Berlin Hardpoint. 208 to 72. Boston Burgers, a lot of room to make up as Atlanta Dazed have passed that double century mark. The contest is in. Poncho should be taken down quickly, though, but let's see how the trades go. Dapper is here to fight, but still 2 Boston Burgers players on the hill. That's going to put them back toward their spawn. 30 seconds left to get of this hill, and this would be a great start for Boston Burgers to fight their way back into this map. You got a Void X, you have Hazy, having, kind of regular maps here, but if you want to win this map here for the rest of the game, they're going to have to continue to have performances like they did in that control, which is definitely few and far between. These players are fantastic, but you can't expect performances like that every map, but they definitely have the potential to turn up here in the second half of this game. Atlanta Dazed cannot let their guard down.
No, they cannot. I mean, here we go. We got Boston back on the point right now. They hit 100, so they avoid getting 100-point clubs, which is a good thing. 222 to 103 in favor of the Atlanta Dazed as Iceberg steps off outside the point to clean things up a little bit. George gets a little hello there. Now Poncho holding things down. 15 seconds left for Atlanta on this point to get run over. Level gets knocked out himself. Biscuit coming through, holding the point down, but he gets taken out himself. We got 104 237 in favor of the Dazed, but Atlanta is just three stacking that point with 7, now with 6. Oh, a few shots off with 5, holding it with 4, with 3, with 2, another, a little stun, another contest, and go ahead, give it to Atlanta, 250 to 104.
I'll be honest, Coffee didn't expect to see such a dominant performance out of Atlanta Dazed here in the Berlin Hardpoint. The first Hardpoint of the series was heavily controlled by the Boston Burgers. We get to this game 4, and it's a completely different story way of the Boston Burgers.
Yes, it did. Now here we are, starting with Atlanta on the offense. Let's get it on level with Tom as we're watching from Poncho's point of view, going up towards green. Right now, Level is playing it nice and calm right there in that little zigzag. Avoid gets hello there, and then Hazy tossing one of his own, see if it connects. No, he doesn't connect, but Iceberg drawing the first blood onto Biscuit as Level gets that bomb planted down at A. Quick plants, kind of reminiscent of the last S&D we had. Now we're watching Poncho hopping down from green. George is the last one alive for Boston at 1v3, a 3v nothing as Atlanta gets the round, eliminating Boston.
Yeah, and Atlanta looked to be very comfortable on that offensive end, similar to what we saw in that Berlin. And one thing to say is that A-bomb is a lot more prominent on Tuscan than the B-bomb is on Berlin. On Berlin, you can kind of go to either site there. You can go toward A, you can go toward B. But on a map like Tuscan, if Atlanta is able to take control of the A-bomb site like that, it's going to lead to a lot of offensive rounds here. But let's see what the Boston Burgers do to bounce back here, going down 1-0 in this map.
Yeah, and it looks like, let's see here, we got, oh my goodness, Hazy the bomb carrier, and everybody is just flat out going through that P5. trying to get to that B site. Iceberg's like, hey, they're over here. Tossing a hello there, seeing if it connects with anybody. Avoid comes through, doesn't see anybody on the other side, but there he goes. He connects with Level there at that P5, drawing the first blood. The bomb is planted at the B site by Boston Iceberg, cleaning up on Platt. Does he make any further connection? No, he doesn't. So here we go. 2 on 2, 26 seconds left. Dapper is the only one left on the defending team. Can he do it? Can he get over there, get a defuse while keeping alive? Because he's got to go up against Hazzy and Biscuit. Is he? Oh, he doesn't see Biscuit there just inside the door, and Boston goes ahead, ties it up 1-1.
Yeah, once Hazzy gets away right there toward that pillar side of the map, the round is kind of cut clean and closed at that point. So it ties up 1-1 here. Both teams get an offense of their own. Interestingly enough, Boston Burgers opt to go toward that B side of the map on the offensive end. Iceberg up to 4-1 off the break. He finds himself on a 4 streak, gets taken down. So Atlanta Dazed looking comfortable right now. Let's see what they can do on the offensive side. Boston Burgers seem to be reinforcing that A-bomb site heavily this time around. Let's see what Hazzy can do to hold it down, as you got 2 kills on the board for Boston Burgers already.
Yeah, Poncho actually drew the first blood, but you are right. It is now a 2v3 in favor of Boston. Avoid swinging around the monument there, holding that P1 area, keeping a very close eye, and making sure that nobody comes around. The bomb is actually down, so what he's got to do is he's got to keep those. He's got to keep the Atlanta players from picking up that bomb. Iceberg on the other side kind of has an idea where the bomb is. It going to make his way through church, make sure nothing green's in there, and hopefully come through and pick up that bomb, or take out 2 or 3 of those burgers. Poncho takes out George. Iceberg is all that's left for Atlanta right now. 1v2. Can he do it? Or is it going to be just a big TDM going on right now? Swings around to A, gets taken down. Boston takes the round 2-1.
I mean, Iceberg's around 1 bullet away from saving his teammate's life right there and putting it into a 2v1 situation for the Atlanta Dazed. But instead, the Boston Burgers find the seam. They get the round win, and that's a great one out of the Boston Burgers. They convert on that A push. They hold down that bomb site, and that's exactly what you need to do after a dominant A bomb site push in the round 1 of the Atlanta Dazed. So great adjustment right there for the Burgers. Atlanta Dazed now may have to find a different sort of strategy here on the offensive end, which they didn't necessarily have to do in that Berlin. So let's see how they adjust there. The first blood's going the way of the Boston Burgers as Hazzy finds 2. And now the Atlanta Dazed fighting an uphill battle in risk of going down 3-1 here.
Hazzy the bomb carrier right now, but Avoid, he is just making sure that nothing comes up from the church, from the back side there. He has the center one, but he can't really see him. Level coming around through that P3 right now. 3v2 in favor of lives as far as Boston has right now. And Iceberg covering that B site, making sure nobody's there. Both him and Level are talking to each other. I'm quite sure they are. Bouncing between A and B. George over there at that back spawn over there on the back of church side. Iceberg coming up. Oh, Iceberg is all that's left as Level gets taken down. And then Iceberg fires a few rounds into Hazzy, takes Hazzy down, Avoid is all that's left because Iceberg just had himself a nice little 2-piece. It is a 1v1. The bomb is down in front of B. Avoid picks it up. Does he get the plant in time? Yes, he does. The bomb is down and planted at B. We have 40 seconds left in this round, Jake.
Iceberg in the midst of a fantastic clutch here, but he's got to convert. Avoid X trying to hold it down. The shots are in. Iceberg takes Avoid X down to some solid health, but he gets away. Still 25 seconds left to work with, though. Can Avoid X stop the clutch right here? The pistol's in. He's one shot as can be. He chows around the wall. The pistol is in, and Iceberg, with one of the fastest trigger fingers I have ever seen, clutches up the 1v2. It might have even been a 1v3, Coffee. Not sure I read that right, but an absolute godlike clutch there for the 1v3. I get the confirmation that it was a 1v3, and Iceberg saving the day for the Atlanta Dazed. 7-2 now through 4 rounds.
And man, 2-2 tied up. Here we go. Atlanta on the offense, Boston on the defense. Iceberg point of view right now. Let's get it on as we running down the middle of the map. Level has the bomb. Looks like everybody's going to go for that fast planet A. Hazzy is trying to prevent that from happening. Hazzy gets hello there from everybody. It's a 4v3 right now. The bomb is still up. The bomb is still making its way to A. But the thing is, Avoid right there on the corner on the other side of the mall tosses a hello there, doesn't connect. But Iceberg is all that's left after Hazzy takes down the bomb carrier. Now Iceberg has to come down, but he gets knocked. Boston now ahead, 3-2.
Yeah, Matty Ice able to take the 1v3, but the 1v4, a little bit of a tall task for him, I might say. A little bit more difficult of a situation, but Boston Burgers convert on that defensive end yet again. Go up in the lead 3-2, and the way this is going back and forth, Coffee, I don't want to say it too soon, but I feel like we could very well see a round 11 in this game if it keeps going this direction. Boston Burgers have the lead here, but Atlanta Dazed in a very solid situation to even the odds here on the defensive end.
Yeah, Iceberg watching from up top at church. And yes, Boston could even things out real good. Iceberg gets the first blood, and then he gets traded out. Biscuit's the bomb carrier right now. Dapper watching around at the pillar over at that P1, fires some shots, connects a couple rounds, but he gets out of there just to save his skin. Tosses a hello there, see if it connects. He's going to go play his life as Level comes around to the back. Nice takeout at the A bomb site, but he gets taken down by Avoid. Two Dapper is all that's left for Atlanta. No, Boston win the round, and they bring it up 4-2.
Boston not even getting the bomb down, taking it to the fight on field, and they convert there. They take that church side of the map. They take down all those players, the one flanking, the one player on that field side, and then the final one toward that church side of the map. A solid round out of the Boston Burgers. And now let's see what they can do on the defensive side. Atlanta Dazed, they might want to throw a B push in there now because they've been hitting that A bomb site a lot. Looks like they should be going back to their trusty old A ways, but they might play this one slow. They get the first blood, so a great start for them, but Avoid X evens the odds here. And Lavelle with the sniper in his hand now, not expecting that one, but now a 3v2 situation, and the A bomb site is free for the plants.
Yep, Biscuit is all that's left for the Boston Burgers as Atlanta right now planting that bomb at A. It is planted down. We got another 40 seconds left, but it doesn't matter. Atlanta gets the round. They are fighting to stay alive, 4-3.
4-3 now, a big offensive win. This Tuscan, it's been showing to win on both sides of the map. We got offensive teams winning. We got defensive teams winning. So, that means anything can happen here, Coffee. You got Poncho and Iceberg combining for 15 kills on the map. You got Avoid X and Co on the other side. Avoid X 8-4 so far, playing fantastic. And they're trying to go to that B bomb site again. And I like what I'm seeing. It worked for them the first time. Let's see if it works again.
Yep, I mean, it's something we haven't seen in at least 4 or 5 rounds. Is folks going to be Iceberg up there in radio? He draws the first blood. Then he hops down and he tries to take out the bomb carrier, but gets taken down himself. Biscuit is Level is all that's left. Oh my goodness! And Biscuit, does he plan it? Yes, he does. He does plan it, but everybody against Level. 1v3. Level taken down. Boston takes the round. 5-3. Come on, Atlanta. Let's do something.
5-3 now. Championship point for the Boston Burgers, but definitely in dangerous comeback range. We've seen 5-3 comebacks before, and the Boston Burgers should try to close the door right here on this series. Atlanta Dazed on that offensive end yet again. Let's see where they take it. Gotta assume they'll take it to that A bomb site, which they are. But Boston Burgers, they should be ready for it. They got 2 players stacked up toward this outer side, and the first blood goes the way of the Boston Burgers. Exohazy with the automaton takes down the sniper. Now Atlanta Dazed fighting from a downhill slope. They're trying to make their way up that hill. Dapper finds the blood, and now player 3 in Iceberg finds a pick of his own. Now Boston Burgers, it's gone from a man advantage to their side to now the Atlanta Dazed being up 3-2 here in this round.
Yep, Poncho watching from the top of green. Biscuit is all that's left because Poncho connects. Now, Dapper has the bomb. He has 48 seconds left. He can go ahead and make that plant right now, which they are. He's going to go ahead. He's going to plant at that A site. That knocks it down to 40 seconds left. And it's still 1v3. Biscuit has a lot of work to do if, to secure this round and the game. Iceberg takes a few shots, doesn't connect, but there he is right there. Dapper gets the kill. Atlanta takes the round 5-4. We're getting there.
We are getting there, Coffee, for sure. One more round from Atlanta, and this goes to around 11. But the Boston Burgers in a very solid situation now. They've been comfortable on that offensive end. They've been comfortable specifically going to that B bomb side. I'm interested to see if they go that way yet again. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised to see them fight toward that A side. The thing is, now that they've shown both sites, they can really go wherever they want, and the Atlanta Dazed won't necessarily 100% be ready for it. Now Atlanta Dazed have to have a dedicated B player in Lavelle. But the first blood goes their way yet again. A big wall bang headshot out of Dapper. And now a 3v4 situation. Let's see what Poncho can do on the push.
But a bang right there in the Z. Hazy is all that's left. Hazy is just looking. He gets hello there. He's not knowing what to do. Is he going to connect? Oh, he does end up connecting there on to level, but he gets taken down. Atlanta ties it up 5-5. We're going to around 11, Jake.
Undoubtedly the final round of this gold mixed season. Atlanta Dazed versus Boston Burgers, round 11, game 5. This is exactly what we wanted to see, Coffee, and we get it now. Atlanta Dazed going to be on the offensive end. Boston Burgers trying to hold it down from their side of the map, making sure these bombs don't get planted, and this is for all the marbles, Coffee. Atlanta Dazed doing their regular A setup. Exohazy going to be fighting from field.
Yes, and now we know the levels the bomb carrier. Avoid draws the first blood, takes a few pot shots at the bomb carrier, tosses a hello there, trying to keep him away from that bomb site, from that A site. I mean, what are they doing right now? Avoid just watching that A side. Level is what over there by plat coming around P3. Do we want to go to B? Biscuit making his way through church. I think that Biscuit's gonna give some coverage over there. Level comes through. He does not see anybody at radio. He's watching carefully. What we got? Do we have any green down there at B? Is it all good? Looks all good. All right. Poncho covering that A site, but the bomb is going down at B. It's planted at B. We got 43 seconds left in this match. And here we go. Poncho providing a lot of coverage. 3v3. This is getting too exciting for even me.
The Atlanta Dazed trying to hold down that push, but the Boston Burgers trying to take the retake. Poncho gets taken down at that back staircase area, and Lavelle is forced to make the re-wrap onto them. Not sure they're going to be ready for this, but Iceberg now left all alone. Now Lavelle in the 1v3 scenario, he sees that there's nobody on that bomb, but now it's just him and an MP40. He's able to get one. He's able to get two. Is he able to stay alive? Only 11 seconds left. He might not be able to get the defuse, and he gets the 1v3 for the W. Only 5 seconds to go, and that's not enough time to get the bomb defuse.
Oh.
Avoid X gets the kill, but Atlanta Dazed win the championship. Lavelle in the 1v3 scenario picks up both players on that bomb to close it out. 6-5 Atlanta Dazed.